So you see, lies and cooking figures is like pregnancy. You cannot hide it forever. The day will come when you will deliver. So these numbers exist only in their books. They sat somewhere and wrote those numbers to come and bulldoze Ghanaians. This type of reshape, that fuel, queuing for fuel. Can you tell us the month that you queued to buy fuel? As we speak, in Professor Mills and His Excellency John Dramani Mohammed's time. When you were buying fuel for less than 4 cedis per liter, you were spending less than 16 cedis per gallon. Today, the price that we are paying for a liter is the price we are paying for a gallon. And you are here still comfortable talking about fuel.
I was talking about shortage.
Oh,
shortage. You never queued for it.
What is shortage?
He didn't say it's cheaper.
Randy, do you know that there's nothing in this world that is cheaper? That is in shortage. If you agree to pay obnoxious amount of money to be available.
Okay.
Do you understand? If you agree to pay through your nose, it will be available. And you are here still talking about fuel, doing fuel politics. The fuel that we cannot buy at the pump, you are still talking about it. Power. Somebody generates the power, and you come and say that because you are able to sell it cheaper than the one who produces it, you are better than the person. But Randy, are we not in this country? How many times have the electricity bills gone up in the last 2 years? Electricity bills have gone up for more over 80%, and you are talking an average of 11%. From where? Which data? You see, this is the type of cooking of data. Electricity bills, every quarter, it goes up. Every quarter, it goes up. Every quarter. It is your IMF program that every quarter you increase electricity bills. To the extent that electricity bills have gone up by almost 70% in the last 2 years. And you are talking average 11%. And this is the one you want to go and sell to the people of Ghana. Cooked data. Which 11%? Where did you get it from? Where did you get that 11% from? And you want us to believe you. You see, import duties. That you reduce import duties by 50%.
No, we've not reached there yet.
No, he mentioned that they reduced it by 50%.
No, I said at the time.
At the time. I want to go to that at the time.
Okay.
What happened? That was a scam. Do you know that we never had benchmark duties at the port? Benchmark duties itself is frowned upon by our Customs Act.
Okay.
That you are supposed to use the transactional values in determining the duty. But you remember they came to say that they were going to abolish 1% import duty, special import duty. When they abolished the 1% import duty, special import duty, if this phone, you were charging 1% on this phone at 100 cedis, they went to the port and said that we don't care how much you are importing this phone. As far as we are concerned, we are benchmarking this at 200%. Calculate 1% or 2% on 200 and compare it to when you were calculating 1% on 100. Then the import duty shot up because they went there and they gave with the left and took more with the right. Importers started crying. How come you said you have reduced the import duty by 1% and now we are paying more? Then those cries were so intensified that one day at he called it stakeholder engagement with the economic management team. Out of the blue, he announced that he was going to give 30% rebate to importers of vehicles, and 50% for certain selected items. Even that, what happened? Importers were still crying, because if you had stayed with even the 1%, they were going to be paying cheaper. So all that you did was to scam them. And the importers are aware. So how can you scam people? And even that you couldn't sustain the scamming, you were back to square one. And you are here saying that you reduce import duty. Go to the port today. Go and buy the cars that the Uber people are using. Those vans and whatnot. Go there today. You can't even pay the import duty. The port is virtually empty. People cannot import because they cannot pay the duty. And you have a government spokesperson sit here and tell importers in the face that they have reduced import duty.
But I say at the time.
At a time.
At the point in time.
What does that mean? Was the government supposed to run for 1 year? Did they vote for you to run for 1 year? Or they voted for you to run for 4 years and another 4 years? So at the time means what? At the time means what? Randy. In all this conversation, you see that now they've run away from talking about the fundamentals of the economy. How do you deliver infrastructure? How do you pay school fees? How do you employ people on the payroll? You must generate revenue and you must be able to deliver that sustainably. And when a government fails to meet its debt obligation, that government doesn't even qualify to even be seeking office. It is the worst form of management of an economy.
Explain that.
When you are a government, one of the biggest trusts that your citizens have in you is that for you, when you take our money, you will give it to us. That is how the capital market has operated over the years. So you went there and told them that they should give you money. And that you will pay back the money with interest. And it is a reason when we were in school, and I'm sure he was also taught that government debt were risk-free. Because government never defaults. Today we are unlearning all of that. The Alpha Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, you trust them at the peril of your investment and your life. They came and took 60 billion from the poor investor in Ghana. They didn't end there. They went to the international capital market where they were borrowing $3 billion a year to tell them that, look, whatever we came to tell you, we're lying. We cannot pay. They didn't end there. Other countries that gave them money, their friendly countries that gave them money, they went to them and said, look, we cannot pay. The commercial creditors that are giving Ghana money to build infrastructure, they went and said they cannot pay. How can you trust that type of people to run your economy? All these services that you're talking about must be delivered within the basis of a sustainable management of the economy. And when you fail, you are unable to manage an economy, that is the worst of it. You must go away. Because you cannot have free money. Are you suggesting that we should, the manifesto that you have promised, we should give you the government so that you go and collect the people's money that you have borrowed? You decide not to pay them. Is that how you are going to run this economy? Your record is that you took inflation to 54%. That's your record. It will forever remain the record of Bawumia in our governance. You took the depreciation of the city when you were roaming at Central University, shouting about restoring the value of the city and talking about fundamentals of the economy, not knowing you knew nothing. You took the depreciation of the currency to 54%. That will forever remain the record in the annals of our country. When you said that you were good at managing monetary policy, you came and printed money. Even against your own IMF program, you went printing money. After you had signed an MOU with the IMF, you went printing money. Over 80 billion was printed by you. Is that how you want to come and manage the economy? You took interest rate to the roof. When government itself was borrowing at 33, 35%, how much do you think Kokumenu will borrow? In this mess economy, you are presenting to us that you have created 2 million jobs or 1.2 point something million jobs. You think that we don't think? We will not find you out. I want Dr. Bawumia to come to Boga and commission one of his dugouts in the name of one village, one dam. He should go there. Today, if you go there, even we are in the rainy season, you may not even find water to water chicken. And you want to come back. You said that you were going to give Zongo $50 million a year. It's been almost 8 years. Have you given them $400 million? And you still want to come back? You came and told us that you give each constituency $1 million a year. It's been almost 8 years. Have you given each constituency $8 million? And you still want to come back? You were on the campaign platform promising that you will build greenfield factories. You didn't say that you go and paint people's factories. You didn't say that when people are building their factory, you come and load them with some tax exemption and go and write your name there. No, you didn't say that. Because the private sector did not come on the campaign platform to promise those factories. Go and show me the factory in Boga that you have built. You came and told us that you will construct the the Kwalugu multipurpose dam of about almost $950 million. You scammed them and took $12 million for no work done. You still want to come back? Look, the cocoa sector. You have collapsed the cocoa sector. Cocoa sector is completely gone. You cannot even produce 500 metric tons. 500,000 metric tons. You can't. And you are here saying that you want to come back after you have destroyed the livelihood of cocoa farmers. You said that you fight Galamsey. You came and became architects of Galamsey. You still want to come back after you have destroyed our environment. Randy, our youth are jobless. Unemployment is through the roof. Livelihoods have been shattered. You came and destroyed our banks. Over 422 banks and financial institutions were collapsed by you. And you threw almost 30 million Ghana cedis at this. You still want to come back? Is that how you manage an economy? No wonder they are not talking about economy. Toilet, toilet, toilet. If you ask them, toilet government. You need a toilet. You get up and you're talking toilet. You have built more toilet. You went to Aboblochi and promised them 32 seater toilets there. Go and show me those toilets. The next day, you went and evicted them and took them away from there and made them homeless so you don't build a toilet for them. You are still talking toilets. Go and show me the toilets at Aboblochi. Show me where the people are living now. You people came and said, if you do propaganda with the economy, the exchange rate will expose you. Where is the exchange rate today? Where is the exchange rate today? 16 cities. It's almost 17 cities now. Importers cannot import. Volumes have dropped because they simply cannot afford it. People's capital have been destroyed by this person. He says, bring me back. So that he will just finish you quarter. Randy. Agriculture. You say you are the champion of planting for food and jobs. You went to Ukraine, where the bombs are landing, where the people are fleeing for their lives. You went begging for cereals there. How lying can you be? What type of lack of credibility is that? You are in your country blaming Ukraine for your hardships. Then you go to the same Ukraine people and say, I beg you, give me some maize and wheat. The people that you are bombing, who you claim are your problems, now they can farm and give you wheat. Ghana beyond aid begging for wheat in a war-torn country. Very dishonest group of people.
Okay.
Randy.
So wrap up for me on this.
Yes. We're in this country, when somebody was touted as the economic whiskets, this is why he took us home. The things
you are referring to the Vice President.
Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and they say I shouldn't talk about him. When I have a vice,
mention his name.
Oh, when I have a, if my child goes to school, and he comes to tell me that there is a doctor in economics who calculated depreciation of a currency and said that Ghana's currency depreciated by 240%. Polluting my student, polluting my child. You want me to have to clap for him?
What is wrong with that?
Rate of change to calculate depreciation?
What's wrong with that?
Where? Who does that? A currency cannot depreciate more than up to 100%. A currency can depreciate by 99.9%.
He was bringing it to our level.
No, it's not. No, our level. Our level.
No, I'm not saying your level with me. Me and my.
Oh,
Gideon, just don't worry.
You want me to give you my
Gideon?
Oh, you are polluting
Gideon,
people.
don't worry. We'll come back and deal with
it. A currency
it.
cannot
Isaac, just hold on.
by more than
You know the
99.99%.
determinants of exchange rates.
Oh, Master,
You know one of the
listen.
determinants of
Do
exchange
you know
rates is
something?
inflation.
You know something? Exchange rate calculation is already determined. We are no longer discussing theories. At the Bank of Ghana, the formula they use to calculate exchange rate depreciation is no rate of change. That is why even though your currency was gone, you didn't get 120%, but you got 54%. Because a currency cannot depreciate up to 100% because it loses its value 100%.
Yeah.
When it loses value, it doesn't exist to be depreciated again. And you have an economist depreciating the currency that has expired, depreciating it up to 240%. And you are here saying that what?
All right. Okay.
Where? Can you show me how that is done? Bank of Ghana, across the world, depreciation of a currency is settled. And this governor, this vice president, worked at the Bank of Ghana. He didn't learn that.
Okay.
Really? Roads. In this country, we're measuring roads from Dry and Kwanta to Sunyani Road. Achimyak Road to Adansi Road. That was what we're measuring. They came and now they are talking 12 million. Meanwhile, when they come to your constituency, 12,000. When they come to your constituency, they come to commission street traffic lights.
I don't understand what you're saying.
In Boga, the president came there and commissioned traffic lights.
How?
2020. He came and commissioned traffic lights.
What has that got to do with roads?
It is to tell you that if he had roads constructed in Boga, he would rather go and commission those ones. Because he has nothing to show in Boga, he came and was commissioning traffic lights at the junction leading to the Bogatanga Regional Hospital. That's why he came to commission.
But we've seen some roads asphalted. We've seen some roads built.
Randy.
And they say that if they put all together, whether feeder roads, reshaping, re-graveling, asphalt overlay, fresh construction, it all comes to 12,000.
So Randy, if you reshape 100 kilometers of roads, next year, you come and reshape the same 100 kilometers, you say you have done 200.
Yes.
The following year, you come to reshape the same road, you add 300.
Yes.
Is that what we are discussing here?
That's how it's been calculated. No, that's how it's been calculated.
Oh, okay.
That's how
and I understand why we are no more mentioning Dry and Kwanta to Sunyani Road, but we are mentioning kilometers. So that the same time will come on it. In fact, some of the roads that they reshape, recently in my constituency, I was reshaping several roads there. They are already capturing them in their kilometers because they have been reshaped before. And I'm reshaping them. Is that what we call road construction in our country? But if that is the way they are assessing how...
So you folks in parliament, that's my, I intervened and I asked Dr. Buaku for that breakdown.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, he doesn't have it and it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But it is because I realize that is what is done. You do re-graveling, reshaping, whatever they are called. And then you add all those kilometers. And then it's mentioned that we've done 10,000 or 12,000 or 15,000 kilometers. But we do not interrogate this. Because the reshaping thing, I'm sure that there's probably a particular road that we reshape 2 times a year.
Randy.
Or 3 times a year.
Randy, when the rain stops, we'll go back and reshape.
Yes.
My ranking member on roads, Honorable Kwame Abuja, has been raising this point in parliament, but these people believe that when you tell a lie several times, it becomes the truth. So no matter what you say, what they want to say is what they say.
Maybe we must have a clear standard for reporting.
So how do you
road construction?
How do you go and lamp up roads that you have reshaped several years, and you say that you have done more kilometers than any government since 1992? when other governments are not counting those reshaping that are padded as part of the kilometers. Oh,
You don't just take
Okay.
you have
I was drawing your attention that the calculation of the kilometers of road that has been constructed is not the creation of the NPP. It's the creation of the Ghana Highways Authority, feeder roads. So just as they calculated for previous government,
right.
it's the same formula. I'm writing, but I want to.
You are taking my time. You are taking my time. You don't want me to talk? I was quiet and writing.
Please go ahead.
Right. We are not going to do that on this program, Randy. Good.
He wants to bulldoze it.
You see, the roads and highways, or whatever it's called,
Yes.
are managed by political directives.
Okay.
And one political party, when they are in government, they say, look, we are interested in roads that were properly constructed. Okay? And that when we reshape a road several times, it is still 100 kilometers. That road doesn't stretch to become 500 kilometers because we have reshaped the 100 kilometer 5 times. That's how another government does. So you can't just come and say that because you have added it 5 times, you have done more kilometers than the other government. What is the basis?
Then to Randy, he talked about roads.
Yeah.
And when you put them to straight proof and you put the data before them, and they cannot contest the data, then they seek to doubt the credibility of the data. Now he sits here to say that people working at the Ministry of Roads are political appointees. That is what he suggested. And therefore,
Randy, the fact
please, I'm coming, please.
Oh, please. No, you are asking me something.
Let me finish this.
I'm coming. Let me make a point.
Randy, I guess you have to do the intervention.
But that's why you give him 10 seconds. That is why you
10 seconds. No problem.
Kufuor.
President
Kufuor, sorry. His Excellency President Kufuor. Increase the length of our roads measured by kilometers from 34,000 to 76,000 kilometers.
Please, let me give you.
That's the length of our roads.
So, Randy,
what have you added? You cannot just be padding on the same road.
Let me
calculate kilometers.
So when he cannot contest the data, then he says that he indicts even the workers at the Ministry of.
No, the data I've provided you. Do you doubt that data?
I'm coming.
Do you doubt this data?
Oh, please let me.
No, do you doubt this data?
No, let me give you the
76. So the 12,000.
I'm coming.
Where are you getting the 12,000 from?
It is first and foremost unfair on your part.
Our road network is even more than 12,000 kilometers.
It is unfair on your part to doubt the Ghanaian worker at the Ministry of Roads, to suggest that
I doubt the NPP people
they are subjected to political manipulation.
That's what it is.
And therefore, depending on which party is in power, they get them to
Randy,
treat
how
the
can
data
we move
to
from
their advantage.
76,000
Randy, let me give you this data.
to 12,000?
Let me give you this data. This is data from the Ministry of Roads and Highways.
Okay.
And it talks about a breakdown of road construction from 2009 to 2016. 2017 to 2020 in terms of length measured by the metric kilometers.
In terms of
kilometers.
Yes.
Ghana Highway Authority 2009 to 2016, according to their own definition and how they define construction, whatever is their own term. They said they did 581 kilometers of roads.
That's highways.
Highways. Okay. 2017 to 2022, 1,505. Okay. Department of Feeder Roads, 2009 to 2016, they did 1,613 kilometers. 2017 to 2022, 7,112.17 kilometers. Department of Urban Roads, 2000 and 2016, 2,442. 2017 to 2022, 3,357.08. If you put everything together, 2019 to 2016, highways, urban roads, feeder roads, they did 4,636. 2017-2022, highways, feeder roads, urban roads, they did 11,974, close to 12,000. Now, if you look at the summary of completed projects and activity from 2017 to 2022, they give a breakdown of this 11,974 under President Kufuor's government. Asphalt overlay, 1,807.
So asphalt overlay are tarred roads.
Exactly. The
already existing tarred roads.
Exactly.
That they go and put asphalt
So
on.
they are giving you a breakdown.
Yes.
So they are not saying that It is roads constructed from one point to the other as increase. It's asphalt overlays. And I like the details they are giving. It puts everything into perspective. Asphalt overlays. Bridges. Bridges. They'll put it at 33. Okay? Construction.
33, are they repairs or newly constructed
I don't
bridges?
have that information. They put as they put the data as what I'm reading to you. And they also have graveling and weight graveling.